Welcome back to Inside Business. Aramex is often considered one of the Middle East success stories. With nearly 3 decades in the freight and logistics business, the company now operates in over 300 locations globally. With a recent announcement of its second quarter financial results showing a 10% increase in net profits, how is the business looking to expand into new markets? Well, to discuss this, we are now joined by Hussein Hachem, the Chief Executive Officer for the MENA region at Aramex. So welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Katie, for hosting me.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Aramex is doing very well at the moment, posting profits over the last few quarters, even beating some analyst expectations. What's the secret to your success?
Not much of a secret. I mean that's how we've been operating. Aramex has been for the last 28 years during its during our journey. We've been reporting double-digit growth, whether in revenue or in profitability. Even last year, I'm going to bridge back to 09, where we had dip in revenue, but our profitability went up by 25%. So during recession, we've performed well. This year is quite interesting. We've seen a comeback of customer confidence. Business activities are up. Our revenues are up by 15% over last year. This shows that our customers have regained trust in the trading community. And we've seen shipments flying in and out, with a very interesting point where the freight forwarding revenue that took a big hit last year has recovered quite significantly during this year.
Definitely some quite significant figures despite the recession. How have you been able to keep prices competitive over the last 18 months? How difficult has this been?
Aramex is a light asset model. So we're not stuck with any asset that we need to fill, or a capacity that we need to fill when the market is down. We buy space when needed. So when the market dipped, we were able to go out and negotiate and get better rates from our suppliers. The relationship between us and our customer is not 100% price driven. You know, there's a bit more in that relationship.
So what other factors do they take into consideration if it's not just price? What
I mean,
else
they
is
look
a big
at
focus?
transit time, they look at flexibility, they look at customer service, they look at operational excellence. They want to make sure that their stock levels are they're not overstocked. You know, because this is blocking cash. They look at the time they need to reach their customer base, visibility, full integration processes between us and our customers, and this is something that our industry engineers are good at.
The company's got some big expansion plans at the moment. You've just signed a deal in the Netherlands and you're also looking to expand across Southeast Asia. How are you able to cater to quite diverse markets?
East Africa is quite interesting for us. The East African community has just been formed, which is a free movement of people and trade, with a community of 110 million people. We have 2 main ports, Mombasa and Dar es Salaam. We believe we could add value in the supply chain and reduce the trade cycle for the products that comes from main markets, whether it's here, India or China, and reduce it probably from 70 days to 15, 20 working days. And this is quite interesting for the African customer. The trend in Africa is you see a product one day at the shelf of a supermarket, and then you go the second day, you won't see it. Central Asia is another big story. It's a position between Russia and China, and it will link the Chinese exports to Europe via rail, the Silk Route. We would like to play a leading role in this trade. We believe the exports out of China is going to change. The traditional exports out of the coastal area is going to move to the west, where the Chinese are putting up factories, and then we'll go by rail to Europe and beyond.
Aramex has a tradition of investing in corporate social responsibility, and you're also turning to environmental concerns as well. Do you think you could become carbon neutral one day?
We're working towards reducing our carbon emissions. All our cars in certain markets are either electric or hybrid. In certain markets like Egypt and India, where they have the option of natural gas, we've switched. Where we've moved from leaded to unleaded. Our pouches are biodegradable. Our warehouses are green. We're utilizing solar energy, recycling water, utilizing materials that are environmentally friendly. So we're quite aware of our role, and we're practicing it.
Great to hear that. Investing for the future.
Investing for the future.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
we
very
appreciate
much.
you stopping by.
Thank
It's
you.
been great speaking with you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for this episode of Inside Business. Of course, you can contact us by writing to ib@city7tv.com. You could also view our previous shows online at YouTube. Just search for Inside Business 01. But for now, from all of us on the business desk, goodbye and thanks for watching.